Welcome to Russian Made Easy with Mark Thompson. Mark has been teaching students from all over the world to quickly and easily speak Russian. And now, here's Mark.
Welcome to this third podcast of Russian Made Easy. Let's start by reviewing what we learned in the previous podcast. And remember, if you're new to these podcasts, be sure to start with episode number 1 because they're cumulative. So imagine you're at a cafe with your Russian friend. Say each of the following phrases in Russian out loud. Is this my pizza?
Это моя пицца.
Yes, this is your pizza.
Да, это твоя пицца.
Is this my soup?
Это мой суп.
Yes, this is your soup.
Да, это твой суп.
This is my vodka.
Это моя водка.
So how'd you do? Did you remember to use the feminine version of my and your, that is, moya and tvaya, to rhyme with the feminine words like pizza and vodka? If so, you've already mastered a fundamental aspect of Russian grammar. So what's on tap for today? Well, I know a lot of my listeners here are also going through my Russian Accelerator course, so I want to address a question I get from you guys. In Unit 1 of that course, we learn how to say that I'm an American. Listen.
Я американец.
Listen again and repeat after the speaker.
Я американец.
Now the question I get is from all our non-American members, from Aussies and Brits and Canadians, not to mention from all our European members. They all ask, hey, what about us? How do you say I'm Australian or I'm British, etc.? So in this episode, we'll talk about other nationalities. We'll learn to introduce our friends, and we'll also dispel a common myth about Russian pronunciation. So let's get to it. How do you say, I'm an American?
Я американец.
Now here's the thing. Remember in the first podcast, we learned 2 different words for a student, right? How would a guy say, I'm a student?
Я студент.
And how would a girl say that?
Я студентка.
Well, Russian is kinda wishy-washy on this idea of having a male and female version for occupations. What I mean is, some occupations do have a male and female form, like student, teacher, dancer, and singer, but many others have only one form, like doctor, engineer, or author. But when it comes to nationalities, Russian is much more consistent and basically has a male and female version for each. So, this phrase
Я американец.
is only the way a man would say it. An American woman should say,
Я американка.
listen again and repeat.
Я американка.
So imagine you're British and you're in Kiev with your 2 American friends, Tony and Jane. Try introducing them to your new Russian-speaking acquaintance. Say, this is Tony. He is an American.
Это Тони. Он американец.
This is Jane. She is an American.
Это Джейн. Она американка.
Let's try 2 more. Imagine you're at the Moscow Movie Festival and the MC is introducing the stars as they come in. As Russell Crowe enters, the MC says,
Это Рассел Кроу. Он австралиец.
Then Nicole Kidman enters, and the MC announces,
Это Николь Кидман. Она австралийка.
so we heard,
Австралиец.
that's an Australian man, and
Австралийка.
that's an Australian woman. Try saying, he is an Australian.
Он австралиец.
How about, she is an Australian?
Она австралийка.
Good job. All right, a quick review before going on. Say, this is Steve. He is an American.
Это Стив. Он американец.
This is Leighton. He is an Australian.
Это Лейтон. Он австралиец.
This is Sally. She is an American.
Это Салли. Она американка.
This is Clara. She is an Australian.
Это Клара. Она австралийка.
A quick side note. Bear in mind that, just as in English, there are other ways to say these things in Russian. For example, in English I can say, I'm American. But I can also say, I'm an American. In the first, American is an adjective. In the second, it's a noun. I can also convey the same idea by saying, I'm from America. All right, let's add 2 more nationalities. Repeat this first pair after the speaker.
Англичанин. Англичанка.
One more time.
Англичанин. Англичанка.
So what nationality is it? Well, in the movies, James Bond is perhaps the most well-known.
Англичанин.
Meanwhile, Queen Elizabeth is certainly the most well-known.
Англичанка.
So an
Англичанин.
is an English man, and an
Англичанка.
is an English woman. And now our second pair. Again, repeat after the speaker.
Канадец. Канадка.
One more time.
Канадец. Канадка.
We'll cut right to the chase on this one. A man born and raised in Toronto is a
Канадец.
woman born and raised there is a.
Канадка.
So the word for a Canadian male is.
Канадец.
And the word for a Canadian female.
Канадка.
For fun, let's do a celebrity quiz. I'll name a famous person and you say his or her nationality. Ready? Paul McCartney.
Англичанин.
Beyoncé.
Американка.
Alanis Morissette, eh?
Канатка.
Crocodile Dundee.
Австралиец.
Queen Elizabeth.
Англичанка.
Nicole Kidman.
Австралийка.
Bruce Willis.
Американец.
The Mayor of Montreal.
Канадец.
And now, here's your tip of the day from Russian Made Easy.
I'd like to take a moment now to dispel a huge myth people seem to believe about pronunciation. I get emails and sound files from our members all the time. I worry that my pronunciation isn't perfect, or my native speaking teacher says my Russian accent isn't perfect yet. She keeps having me practice the same few words over and over. Help! Here's the fact of the matter. Your pronunciation needs to be just good enough so that native speakers understand you. That's it. End of story. You will never speak Russian without an accent. Never. And you'll never fool a Russian speaker into thinking you're a native speaker. Neither will I. But so what? All that matters is that you speak well enough to be understood. I mean, what does it even mean to speak without an accent? Think about English. What is the correct pronunciation? American? British? Australian? If American, then which American accent? New York? Boston? The Southern drawl? That dry Chicago accent? If British is the correct accent, then which British version? North London? Cockney? Scottish? Irish? As long as we understand each other, that's what counts. And it kills me when native Russian speakers give students of Russian a hard time and criticize their pronunciation. I have never met a single Russian speaker in the US who doesn't speak without a brutally thick accent. I've met Russians in the US who've been living there for 30 years and speak English well, but give me a break. The instant they open their mouth with just a single word, it's immediately obvious they're Russian. Hello, Mark. How are you? But again, I say, so what? We understand them. They can function in our society. They can communicate. End of story. So please do not obsess about trying to perfect your pronunciation. But do check with a native speaker from time to time to be certain they understand what you're saying. That's why we include access to our native speaking success coaches with Russian Accelerator. You just need to know that your speech is understandable. Anyway, that rant is over, so let's learn 2 more words and put it all together. Repeat after the native speaker.
Друг. Подруга.
One more time.
Друг. Подруга.
Can you figure out what they mean? Well, imagine you're in Moscow with your 2 friends, Randy and Christina. You're in a club and you're introducing them to a new Russian acquaintance. You gesture to Randy and say,
Это мой друг Рэнди.
Then you gesture to Christina.
Это моя подруга Кристина.
So Randy is your,
Друг,
and Christina is your.
подруга.
Both words translate as friend, but drug is for guys and podruga is for girls. Think of it this way. If I tell you that my friend Pat is coming over, you have no idea whether Pat is a man or a woman. But if I tell you in Russian, it's clear. Listen.
Это мой друг Пэт.
We know that Pat is your druk, so he's your male friend.
Это моя подруга Пэт.
So she's your female friend. By the way, please don't think of подруга as meaning your girlfriend. There's no romantic associations with the word. It's simply a friend who is female. And if you're a guy with a Russian girlfriend, don't ever call her your подруга because it immediately makes her just a friend. We'll learn the word for girlfriend, the one with romantic overtones, in a future podcast. Let's put this all together. How would you ask in Russian, is this your friend?
Это твой друг?
Answer, yes, this is my friend John.
Да, это мой друг Джон.
He is an American.
Он американец.
Is this your female friend?
Это твоя подруга?
Yes, this is my female friend Monica.
Да, это моя подруга Моника.
She is an American.
Она американка.
This is my friend Leighton. He is an Australian.
Это мой друг Лейтон. Он австралиец.
This is my friend Nicole. She is an Australian.
Это моя подруга Николь. Она австралийка.
My mom is a Canadian.
Моя мама канадка.
My father is an Englishman.
Мой папа англичанин.
This is my friend Charlie. He is a Canadian.
Это мой друг Чарли. Он канадец.
This is my female friend Louisa. She is English.
Это моя подруга Луиса. Она англичанка.
If you got all these, you are really making awesome progress in Russian. In the next podcast, we'll learn about greetings and introductions. Plus, I'll show you a great tip for maximizing your study time. And in the meantime, keep on practicing. I'll see you in the next episode.